What's up, guys? In this lesson, I'm going to show you how to connect your email autoresponder to DropFunnels or whatever other platform you're using. I'll go through a couple options here, and then we'll set up a couple automations so that once those are connected, we can automatically deliver or start up an email automation sequence that will work for every new lead that comes in. So ActiveCampaign is one of the most popular platforms for email marketing automation. You can see their plans here. You can start at $9 a month. You do have a 14-day free trial, and depending how many you need, you can pick one of these plans. I'm still on the light plan. I just kind of upgraded to 1,000 contacts, so I pay $25 per month now, but you can definitely start out here and build your way up as you go. So I recommend starting with the light plan and going from there. So it's going to have most of the features you need. You won't be able to do text message marketing, but honestly, Chirply is awesome for that. So I have Chirply as well as ActiveCampaign, and you can just set up your account. You're going to get an account name .activehosted.com login. So remember to write this down. Once you set it up, you'll want to keep this handy whenever you need to log in. So it's kind of a two-step process. You have your something.activehosted.com, which brings you to the login screen. And then if you aren't signed in yet, you'll have to use your email and username to log in. I was already logged in, so it took me right to my dashboard. From the dashboard here, you can kind of see the most recent activity over here on the side, as well as all of your automations and campaigns if you have that here. You don't have to have this. You can customize this dashboard, but this is what I like to see. The main thing I use here are automations and campaigns. So automations are used based on a trigger, which we'll go through. Campaigns you can send to your whole list or just a segment of your list, and it's kind of like a one-off email. So think of it like an email blast where automations are your drip campaigns. So with that being said, first thing you're going to want to do is create a list. So we'll go to list here, and I like to use the source as a list. So like website would be a list, Facebook ads would be another list. I started off using lists for everything, and I had like 20 or 30 lists in here, and it just got convoluted, and I went away from that, kind of purged most of my lists out of here, and then kind of scaled back to just these few. And from here, you can create tags instead of using lists, and it's a little easier to manage that way. So what I mean is, from the automation, your trigger can be whenever someone's added to a list or whenever a tag is added to a contact. So if we go to recipes here and start from scratch, I'll show you how to create an automation. So everything is going to start from a trigger. So that's what we're selecting now. And it could be when someone submits a form, clicks a link in your email, when a web page is visited. So all that stuff. The main one I use is if a tag is added or subscribes to a list. We'll start with a tag. And that tag will be demo. And we're going to just run it one time. No segmenting of this list. So that will be our start. Now the new action is going to be kind of two steps. I like to notify myself. So compose a notification email. I'll put in my Gmail account because I see those on my phone pop up. And I'll put demo, opt-in. And we can put in some kind of customer info here. First name, last name, email address, phone number, and all that good stuff. So we'll hit add. Now, anytime that tag is added, it will start this automation. I'll get notified that we have a new opt-in. I'm just going to name this demo. And then I'll send an email to that opt-in lead. So we just want to name it so we know what that email's about. If you're creating your first one, you can start from scratch here. So, and then you'll want to kind of make a template. So let's do that quick. We're going to do a standard one. The subject will be congrats, here's your software. And we'll go to the email itself. So this is kind of an example of the basic email. And we're just going to edit this for our own needs. So I'm going to delete out this, hit yes. I'm going to delete out this, hit yes. all these fields in here I'm just going to basically delete out. and I'm going to start from scratch. So the first thing I do is put a text block in, and I'll put something like, hey, first name, and I'm going to change this font and stuff real quick. I like to do this one, and I make it at least size 14, and I put my spacing to 150%. I just think that looks a little cleaner. So basically, it's going to customize to their name and email. So it's going to say, hey, first name, thanks for checking out the demo. Below, you can access your software. Username is email. Password is 123456. And I'll put just a little note like this under there. I recommend updating your password after logging in. So that's a basic email you can send out. This could be good to go. But what I like to do is actually add some social links here at the bottom. And I'm just going to do Facebook and YouTube. Go grab my YouTube link. So now those are in there. And we can make a little kind of signature for ourselves right here. Something like that. Once you're all done, all you're going to do is hit next. And you're going to send a test email to yourself. So if this is the first time, you'll want to connect kind of your address here. That will show up in the footer. And you'll want to connect your from address. So it's recommended you use a custom domain. I already have mine connected, but you can go through the setup here and connect that. Once it's connected one time, that will be connected in the future. And you can edit how you're going to appear in people's mailbox. So I like to put in my name here instead of my business. That way, I think it improves deliverability a little bit. But you can do what you want to do there. Once that's done, we're going to send a test email to ourselves. Also, notice the spam check down here. If you have any issues with your email, ActiveCampaign will let you know. And I'll show you an example of that in a minute. But let's go check that email. And we'll just make sure everything looks right. So it customized to my name and my email, gave me my password, and looks good to go. So all I would need to do is put in the link to whatever I wanted to deliver, and that would work for every person that comes into that funnel going forward. So once you're done, you can click Finish. And the last thing you want to do is actually activate the automation. So now, once that's active, we'll know anytime someone is tagged with demo, it will start this automation. I'll also put a wait step here at the bottom. And I just put it out something crazy like 900 days. That way, in the future, if I want to create additional emails, people will stop here at this wait step instead of dropping out of the automation. And I can come in here and just build my next email like this. And I'll select copy and edit. And it will start me from that template we created. And then I can just come in here and make my edits and be good to go. So that's kind of the basics of creating an automation. I'll show you how to connect this in DropFunnels and actually add those tags to your contacts. Make sure to check that out in the next video, and I'll see you on the next one.